Alright, let's get right into it. So, Raiden has received a lot of buffs. This video is not going to be about what his buffs are, but more about what you can do with his buffs and what this means for Raiden. Possibly my favorite buff that Raiden has received is the second hit for this string is now a high. And not only that, but it's completely safe, and there's a good amount of space in between us after it hits. So that is really, really important. The reason why this is important, it's a new mind game now. It's a completely new mind game for Raiden now. Now every time you have this freaking loaded up, like your opponent doesn't know if you're gonna go for it, go for the low, like boom, have this and then get your damage or whatever, or if you're gonna be completely safe and do this, or now that you have this, your opponent's gonna be scared and you can grab them. Not only that, but if you hit your opponent with this, it's a free fucking mix-up. It's a free, complete mix-up. I mean, if I hit you with this and your opponent does predict that you're going to grab them, you can start setting up that crushing blow and boom, whatever, right? So now every time you have this, your opponent doesn't know if you're going to go for that low or keep it completely safe or going for a grab or even freaking stagger it and do boom and then, what is it? Boom, 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 boom. Be completely safe and just throw your opponent's timing off. There's a ton of mind games with this string now, and it's really, really fucking good. Another thing you can do is you could have the buff, do that, step back, and then just start pressure from right there. Because your opponent's waiting for that second hit. He's either waiting for that second hit, the low, or a grab. But they're expecting something. It's up to you what you want to do with that. So that is a really good buff for Raiden. It's a completely new mind game, especially in the corner. Holy shit, you really get to fuck your opponent over with that buff right there. So it is very welcome. Now, another thing that I feel like people need to take advantage of with Raiden, because here's the thing. I want to talk about one of the obvious buffs that he got that I see everyone doing, and that's this. I'm not sure if they fixed it, but some characters, it would just, the third hit of this is an actual throw. So if Joker just keeps blocking for whatever reason, right? Like, I'm pretty sure he's going to grab him. Yeah, he's going to grab him. For some reason, like the first week when this came out, I don't know if they changed it. I'm not sure. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But I've seen somebody say that they did a hot fix for this. The second hit is a throw, and then what people do, they do this mind game right here. They do go into a mid, be completely safe, or they go in for the throw. And there's actually nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. That's actually pretty solid. Like, if you really think about it. You have a move that's completely safe, and there's pushback, and you have a throw. Like, why not? Like, if you decide to block everything, you're going to lose 9%. Sign me the fuck up. But, of course, your opponent could poke you out of it, and then uppercut the shit out of you. You know, the whole shebang bang, right? But one thing that I feel people need to start adding with Raiden that people like just don't really take advantage of is his short hop. He has a really solid short hop. So when you can start doing stuff like this, boom, go into that, or boom, step back, short hop. That's one thing I really like to do. Boom, step back, short hop, or boom, boom, grab, or even just do this right here. Boom, boom, or sorry, and just completely space them out. So you do, what is it? Boom, 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 and then just whatever, space them the fuck out, and it's up to you what you want to do with that other hit. So you have tons of mind games off of it. Going to the overhead, step back, go into that, and then the overhead, or possibly a grab, so it looks something like this. And then, not only that, just going for a fucking grab. Like 1, 2, and then block, and going for it if they decide to disrespect you. So, yeah, it's pretty tight what you can do with Raiden staggers. A lot of people don't take advantage of his staggers. He has really good staggers. Like, he has 2 11-frame mids. What more do you want? One is for just mixing your opponent up, and the other one has, I'm going to be safe, or I'm going to throw you mix up to it. So Raiden's mix-up game has gone through the fucking roof of what it used to be. Back then, the shit I used to do is land this hit and go into my overhead, which is something you could actually do. You could do this, like, what is it? Boom, and then step back and, just step back just a little bit. Boom. just like that and go into the overhead. That is something, but it does come out in 19 frames and it doesn't have great range. But what does have great range is this bad boy right here. I need this move with Raiden. I absolutely fucking need it. It's really, really good. The game that you need established with this move, that you probably see a lot of Raiden players do, is this, and then this. Another thing you could do is you could have the buff, do this, down 3 or down 4 into that, be completely safe, space your opponent out. Or you could just, boom, short hop, just like that. Or if you have the buff, right, fuck it, why not, go for it. So now that you have the buff, you're probably, oh, is he gonna do it? Short hop, just like that. Or if you want to be disrespectful, you could do this, and then, what is it, boom, and then go to your 11 frame mid. You're only -3. It's a pretty solid stagger. It's just your opponent's gonna know that there's gonna be a follow-up, whether you're gonna be safe, or whether you're gonna grab them, or short hop. They just know that there's gonna be a follow-up. It's up to you how you want to do it. So there's that. Sometimes what I like to even do is do this, jump up, and then go into my overhead. That's one thing I like to do. That just people that, I know you don't know how to anti-air, I'm gonna abuse that. Do that, and then go for a fucking overhead or whatever. That's how I like to set the overhead up. I like to do this right here, like just jump, 14%, boom, whatever, right? Get ready for my opponent, or possibly do an empty jump in and then do it again, and then get my damage. So there's that. So yeah, I don't want to make it too long. I hope you bastards enjoyed. I hope you guys learned from this. Holla back. Check you bastards later. Deuces.